Got to make sure I unmute that first because I have definitely forgotten to do that. Here we go and turn that music down. Welcome in, everybody, for a I don't know, I feel weird about this arc. I really do. Like, it's so weird because I talked about it yesterday in my video. I don't hate it. Like, I'm not disappointed by it, but I'm just not excited. Like, yo, here's how unexcited Rev is. I streamed yesterday, and get ready to say lots of negative about Rev Deuce. I completely forgot to even do Battle Pass. Yeah, I might spend $20. It's, that is, you know, I actually turn this down just a smidge more. That's just kind of indicative of what I feel about this arc. It's just a, I don't know. It's not that the arc is bad. It's just, I'm not excited. I don't know. Like, I still love the game. I'm not like wanting to leave or anything. I still love interacting with the community. I'm not disappointed in the game. I don't know. There's nothing exciting for me. And does anybody else agree? Does anybody, or is somebody excited? Please tell me there's somebody out there who truly is excited about this. Because the entire point of this video is to collect your thoughts and also to collect questions for the dev team, so that we can get them. They said they would answer them at the end of this week. So hopefully that means by early next week, we'll have a video. I don't know. I'm kind of in a weird spot. A lot of people saying Fisha's not worth the big waste. Now I will say this. I don't think the Fisha is a waste, but I feel like it's not really good. It's a long grind for the Fisha to max it out to a reasonable level. And I don't know if y'all have seen the chart. I put it in my Discord. It's in DJ's Discord, but if you want to see like what it pays out. For example, a tier 10 Fisha will give you 11,500 Latinum a day. However, you can't do that at like level 35. The highest you can get level 35 is tier 4, which is 1650 Latinum a day. Still, 1650 Latinum, I guess, is nothing to scoff at if you get it every single day. And just a quick calculator, if we're stuck there, 365 times 1650. So if you had it at tier 4 for a year, 602,000 Latinum. I mean, that's nothing. That's not bad at all, but yeah. So that'd be per chest them all. I'm giving the lowest amounts. Just one, you gotta have people actually go out and mine it. You know, an issue that the Fisha has is the same issue that the regular Dvor had when it came out. It doesn't have the warp range to reach a lot of these places anyway. So you're not using the crews that are coming out like the Ferengi crews. You're trying to use like Cadet Scotty and everything to get warp range on it. And I don't know, I feel like you're in that same, the same reason that we didn't give a lot of love to the Dvor the first time has just been copy and pasted. And I do find it hilarious. And I'm gonna say this. Y'all, look, let me see if it does it again. So if you go into your base, by the way, if you hit exterior, I love the placing of the new dry dock. Does anybody notice this? Is it just me that notices these things? Anybody notice that as soon as you go into your base, the first thing you see is the place that you'll need to buy the extra dock every time? Is it just me? Is it just because I already have docks? Or is it everybody like this? I haven't even looked at my new account. Is this like this for everybody level 30 plus? Like it just opens up in the, you're missing this. Oh no, fear of missing out. Is it just me or is everybody else like that? So like we made sure to get the placing of the dock right to make you feel like you had to buy it, but we couldn't fix the basic problems with the first Dvor and the second Dvor that is really just as it was described in yesterday's Twitch stream, a literal shiny turd, because the original Dvor, brown, new Dvor, gold. We literally just polished it up, put a little gold on that thing, and bam, here's your brand new one with the new currency. I don't know. The best thing about, in my opinion, the best thing about this month is the very unique Dabo table. This is the best thing about the month. It's unique. I do like it. It's giving me the ability to really work on traits. I really like the Dabo table. I do like this. I do like this idea. Let me go ahead and just put that out. I like this idea. This is a literal, it's like Crucible of War all year long. Well, all month long. Literally choose your own rewards, choose everything. And I really like this. But in terms of the events themselves, kind of boring. The ship, definitely boring. And I don't know. I don't know. Are they going to keep the Dabo around? I don't know, honestly. I love the Dabo concept. This is something that I want to give positive feedback on. Like, overall, my sentiment definitely sounds negative with me going through this. But, oh wow, hey look, I just got the Latinum, 2000 Latinum. But I do love this idea, me choosing my own events here. And, well, me choosing my own event rewards here. I do like the Dabo table. But man, this is just starting off as a not great arc for me. The excitement level is low. Now, it can definitely change. Like, I can definitely feel differently about this soon. But I'm just going to pull these in front of y'all just in case I get like some of the extras. Like if I manage to get some quark shards, which I've not pulled quark yet. I've not pulled the quark shards. Every time I've done this, no quark shards. But yeah, see, I managed to get the more par still there. But I've been going after traits mostly. Traits is the most. Matthew says Superman, and that's how I feel. And maybe I'm just, and I got Eric that time. Maybe I'm just at a point where like I'm expecting a lot because the past 3 months of the game were truly great. You know, the event store last month was fantastic to end duality. November and December were amazing when it came to loot payouts. And I don't know, maybe I'm just feeling some type of way. So that's why we're here. We're here so that y'all can talk to me. So I keep getting Fest. The officer I don't want is one I keep getting. Here to talk to y'all about what you think and get all those kind of added up. Will there be an even spin at the Dabo table? What do you mean, Andrew? You mean an even spin? You got ROM yesterday? Okay. You're going to confuse some people. Stop lying. Why am I sniffling? Need more officer shards. I'd say 1 officer shard per pull with epic low chance, but still. Well, here's how it works. And I know DJ talked about this. I talked about this during the live stream yesterday. And I know not everybody comes to the Twitch live stream. So the quark meta is, according to the devs, technically possible through SMS and the Dabo table to get quark free to play. Very, very doubtful or very, very difficult to do that though. The Fest Eric are going to be much easier to complete this month free to play, but essentially they want you to buy a pack, buy the battle pass, and then use the Dabo table to get quark in the first month. So it's going to be very difficult to, or you can just buy the $100 and then do the every SMS, but it'll be very difficult. And where's the free to play path to the amalgam? Not here. One of the reasons that I've griped about this arc yesterday, there is no free to play path to the amalgam. And none announced. No announced free-to-play path to the amalgam. So, and also, let me just throw this out there. It feels like, and we talked about this in our dev team meeting, that The month feels very light. There's not a lot of events here. There's not a lot of events to get excited about. Not as much as last time. So how much is the new dry dock going to be? $50 to just buy the dock by itself. $100 will get you the Ultra Station Pack with the dock included in it, which is actually a better value. So the $100 is probably the best value, but $50 if you just want to shell out and buy it in the next few days. So do I recommend it? It's up to you guys. I'm not here, and I never am the person that tells you to go buy something. You know, will having an extra dock have value? Yes, it obviously will have value to any player in the 30s because it's giving you 6 docks, you know, at level 39, which is a huge improvement in terms of, like, even now I struggle keeping everything sorted because, like, I've got my PvP dock right behind me. I've got my Armada dock. I've got 2 PvE docks and then a mining dock at the end. A lot of people have like 3 mining docks, and it does help, but should you go out and buy that? I don't know. And yes, Jason, heavy arms right here. We've been building, well, first time we built a Gundam on Twitch Saturday. That was a lot of fun. Might do that again. Dock is a hard pass. No way it's worth $50. It's definitely perspective, Jamie. I'll admit, for me, it is tempting. It is. You know, something that I might consider, but it's not one that I would go recommend everybody just go drop $50 to get. I don't. Hey, RNG critical. Look at Scopely trying to make me say good things about them. Scopely's trying to make me say nice things about them. One dock doesn't do anything for me at 39. It just keeps my taxi ship ready. That's fair. It's going to vary person to person, which is another reason why I'm not a huge fan of it, especially at the price point. See, Gabe says it's worth it. It is going to be worth it to some people, not to others. And I get that. There's not a wrong answer there, but at the same time, $50 is a lot to just unlock an item. You know, $100 is a lot, but at least the $100 is, ooh, 2 criticals in a row. Okay, Scopely, stop sucking up. Okay, this is quite obvious what's happening right now. This is very obvious. They're sucking up. They're sucking up right now. At 39, I already have 5 docks, so it's not a huge improvement, but if I was only level 30, I might buy it. See, Charles, I actually think it's more valuable at 39 to have 6, but yeah. Wow. Yeah, Kevin says go to Harris. It's a good day. I might have to run down to Harris. It's a little close to the fridge quarter, but maybe. I got 2 criticals. This one can't be. Yep, see, critical luck is over. I was 54 and another dock would help me. Yes, Draco, we know you're buying another dock. We know you are. See, regular success. All right, see, now our criticals are washed up. But still, getting 2 criticals on Rainbow is, I'm not complaining about 2 Rainbow criticals. Not at all, not at all, not at all. I know having a dance because I didn't get 3, Robert. But anyway, let's segue. What I want to do now for this episode, and you know, we've got more people coming in. We're over 300, and maybe we can get 400, 500, because I want as many people to give your opinions as possible. I want to start collecting some questions. And what I mean collecting questions is, I want to, as we discuss this arc, if we hit something that's a reoccurring theme, like an event or something, I want to give feedback on it. That's a question. Now, keep in mind, when I do dev questions, I send them 10 questions, get the answers, and then I report back to y'all. So I want to find questions, not just comments, because we have a feedback room in my Discord where they can read feedback. That's already there. But I want to focus on, you know, what can they do better, or what can improve on the events, or questions we have about the events that we'll go back to. We didn't get the last dev questions back yet. I'm aware, Graduate McCated. If anybody's aware about that, I am. But it's a new dev. It's a different dev. So this dev says that they can have the questions answered this week, so I'm going to trust them. And maybe I'll throw in the answers to the last question, because the last dev answered 4 of the 10 and then never came back to me. So we will get this dev to answer as many as they will, and then we will just post those, and maybe we'll throw in those extras. We'll throw in those extras. Is it possible to quark by the end of the arc? Basically, no, without spending money, Bleach. Technically, it's possible through the Dabo table, but the true answer is no. Not without spending money, Bleach. Yeah, 10 plus 4 bonus questions is what I'm going to shoot for this dev Q&A. So we got to get our 10 questions now, and I do have, if y'all have not joined already, encourage you to join the Discord in my room. And, well, I'm sorry, join the, it's not in my room. It's not in here. But if you join my Discord, we do have a room for feedback that you can also put it in there. How come DJ got the amalgam for free, but you didn't? Who are you talking about, JP? What are you talking about? Fest needs to have a double officer buff. If only being a negative makes him almost useless, It only being a negative almost makes him useless. His only perk will be synergy with the captain. That's the entire design, Joseph. And like I said, I like them going different directions in the design. I said it very clearly that I will probably never use him as an officer. I'll probably never use him. But Boomer says this event store blows. The last one was great. See, I'm the opposite. I thought the last month's event store was good, and the Dabo system is a very good event store too. But it's not a true event store. This one, even though it's in the event store tab, the Dabo system is a choose your own reward system. It is not a true event store. It's a event that you're going through an event for a month. Ask them if they want free-to-play players to quit. They're locking us out of everything new. This is, okay, so Azar, I will say this. This is not a new strategy. This has happened for over 3 years. This is not new. The only difference is there's not a announced free-to-play path for a lot of things. That's the big difference. Usually there's an announced path. We know everything will come free-to-play, but now we're not getting told what that is. That's the problem. That is the problem. Dabo table is great because we get to pick what we want rather than being force-fed what they think we'll need. Yeah, because they have a value system for every item. Like one uncommon is worth this amount. So they're going to apply that to all their events at all times. And if we are able to choose those things, then we're getting to pick, even though we're using their value system, we're getting to pick what we're, what we're getting for that value in the event. Why is sourcing for Dvor parts so awful? At 500 parts a day through the refinery, it'll take me 90 days just to upgrade warp engines to tier 8. Yes, Sherlock, it is awful. And I don't know how to really phrase that as a question to them when it comes to feedback though. Like if we're making a dev Q&A, I can't just say, hey, why is the Dvor awful? So what do we say about the Dvor Fisha in terms of questioning them that can potentially produce a productive response? Why no Dvor parts in the event store? That one's an easy one to answer, Dart, because this is not an event store. Like I know it's in the event store tab, but this is not an event store. This is an event system that lasts an entire month and you're simply picking the rewards. So it's not an event store that has ships and officers in it. It is a very unique Dabo table. That is the premise of it. Why does the Dvor research apply to the Fisha? Now I have the answer for that. That's because the Dvor research is a new item. It's you're mining a different currency. But I do think that we should have something like that. Anyone's seen Kevin Trudeau? Yikes. By the way, Gabe, what you think about Doug Malone? Yeah, wait, no. Oh, anyway. Will the devs work on adding new paths to grind Dvor parts now that's necessary for the Fisha? Now that is a good one. And we can talk about it and we can add to that, but will the dev team add better sourcing for both parts and blueprints for the Dvor now that the Dvor Fisha is out? That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, Doug Marone. That's what I was trying to go with, Gabe. What happens when I'm trying to do 2 YouTube channels in one. So right now, the only Dvor sourcing is through the 30-day pack, 30 days, your chest, and through Armadas. So it's not necessarily that great. We go ahead and turn mine in today. And I'll get 10 more. I'm actually 2 Dvor prints away from building a second Dvor. 2 away from getting a second Dvor. You could ask Des if they will replicate Franklin's efficiency research with the Dvor. So the issue with that is a lot of the Dvor research is about Latinum nodes. We got a new node now. It's not the same node. Whereas the Franklin A is still fighting swarms. They're the same item. Where, heroic event. Always recommend completing that one, by the way, especially if you need ship parts. Let me make sure I finished that one completely. I always want to finish that one. I'm not trying to segue away, but I always want to finish the heroic recruit event that comes on the dailies. I've really been trying to push that lately, especially for those who need the ship parts. But, will that shorten lat refine cooldown? What do you talk about, Jeremiah? So if you do ask a question, remember, because there are so many people here, be very specific in what you're asking. Don't generalize. It takes me time to see the question, and we probably addressed something already. All right, let me back out of this, and then we'll go to our Parabellum, which, our Jelly Brawl. And I did see people asking what I thought about only having 1 Parabellum. Because we have 2 Jelly Brawls, I really don't mind only having 1 Parabellum. And obviously this month focuses on Latinum anyway with the Dvor and the Dvor Fisha. So I really don't have an issue having it as long as we keep that as a static normal thing. Like if we're getting 2 Parabellums, we get 1 ISS Jelly. If we get 2 ISS Jelly Brawls, we get 1 Parabellum. As long as we keep that format every month, I'm happy with it. So I don't really have an issue with that one right now. War is good for business. Oh, look, a Nova. Changing how we're doing things. I need to go out and mine. Yeah, I need to go out and mine. Yay. Why can't I mine Isogen? Just make it where I start mining Isogen, please. We appreciate it. Problem with the Dvor is not blueprints, it's sourcing the parts, which is also in the question I put down, guy. It's very rare you get more than 700 parts per 2 chests per day, and at tier 8, it's nearly 68,000 parts. Yeah, no, it's a ridiculous grind. We've mentioned this. It's ridiculously grindy. That's by design. The question is, why are they... Don't tell me the game froze on me. Come on. Why are they continuing to build on the same... And I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. Why are they taking what's already a broken ship to some degree? Like the Dvor was not a good ship to begin with. There's a reason no content creator had it maxed. And I know a lot of people had it maxed. There's a reason no content creator had it maxed. It's just not a good ship. It didn't really pay out. Wasn't really worth the grind. You know, I definitely will complain about the Stella in terms of the grind. But at least the Stella and the Franklin grinds pay off every day in a reasonable amount. And I know there's some people who swear by the Latinum you get, but it's really, really not that good. I mean, especially with events like Parabellum, like I'm not just jumping up and down to go get, how long is it going to take? Let's do the math. Because Guy was doing math. If you were to get parts, the most parts you can pull, depending on how many you're pulling, let's see. To get to tier 2, you need 3,500 parts, which can take you a minimum of 54 pulls. Minimum of 54 pulls to do that. So if we do this, and this is a great table that we have here, and it's in my Discord if y'all don't already have it already. I'm gonna do the quick math. 54, if you just got the best RNG possible, like Scopely just gave you the best RNG, impossibly good RNG, it would take you 200 pulls to get the parts needed to go to tier 4. That is the best possible outcome. Like if you got the absolutely best pulls every time, 200 pulls to get to tier 4 for the Fisha. 200. That's a lot. And that's the best possible. 200 is the best possible. If you want to go with the worst possible, which is what most of us experience every day, the worst possible, it would take 312. 312. So if you get the worst RNG, it takes 312. If you get the best RNG, it takes 200. Somewhere in the middle is probably the truth there, but that's not a reasonable amount of time to get a ship leveled up. We're talking about the Fisha, Mihai. Talking about the Fisha. And yeah, you can get the Dvor in your Cosmic Cleanup too, but do you really want to do that? Is it better to get 2 Dvors to tier 8? Technically, as beta, you are getting a little bit better from 2 Dvors at tier 8 than 1 Dvor at tier 9. The cost is just a little bit less. It's a few thousand parts less. It's not a lot less, but it's a few thousand parts less. If you happen to have 2 Dvors, you can do that. I've only got 1. And honestly, the grind, because keep in mind, then the benefit to 1 Dvor is you've got to level 1 Dvor. You can't just be tier 8. You have to also level it in the ship experience. Your ship level is what you scrap by. So if you want to do that, are you really saving that much time and that much resources? No. To me, you're not. You also want to make sure that you've maxed out a Dvor, because if you max out a Dvor, the refinery for the Dvor is maxed. The refinery's maxed. And that means you will always keep a max refinery. Once you have that refinery at tier 9, it doesn't go down. So if you're sitting there with a tier 8 Dvor going, well, maybe I just do another tier 8 Dvor, that's probably not the most efficient strategy for your ship. LaGrieve says 1 tier 8 and 2 tier 7s are cheaper. See, to me, this is way too much math you're having to do for a crappy ship. I mean, you should not have to go through this level. Literally just do your 1 Dvor and scrap it. Take your Dvor to tier 9, level 41, and then scrap the Joker. Because keep in mind, you wanted to take 3 ships and you wanted me to level up 2 ships to level 35 and 1 ship to level 40. Nah, 3 ships, that's millions of ship XP. That is already the hardest thing to get without spending Latinum onto the game. That's just, nope. 1. Let me just do 1. 1 Won't we still need a regular Dvor after we scrap them? So Kevin, you don't need a regular Dvor. It's good to have. It's good to have. So it is, if you're going to be a Latinum guy, like you're going to be the Ferengi out here doing concentrated Latinum, and you're going to be the guy out there doing regular Latinum, it's good to have both. Because the T9 refinery gives parts, and then you're getting Latinum, and then you're getting Latinum from the Fisha. So it makes sense to have both, but it does take time to get there. So you got your Cosmic Cleanup, your 30-day chest, and Armadas. And that's just to get the regular Dvor. Leveling up the regular Dvor has always been problematic and troubling and very time consuming. And now the Dvor Fisha is the same thing, just copy and pasted for 4-star. Basically, all we did is take the original Dvor, copy and paste, put a little gold marker on it. Bam, here's your 4-star version of the Dvor. That's really all we have today. And I don't necessarily think that's bad. There's obviously people who like Latinum, like Zero Galactic says more Latinum is always good. I'm not excited about it to a point where I'm going to go, yeah, let me just mine Latinum every day. Woohoo! I'm not. You know, I would have been more excited about the Dvor Fisha if it was just as good on regular Latinum as it is on concentrated Latinum. But it's not. It's only good on concentrated Latinum. It's just good that one place. That's problematic for me. Like, it's not giving me a reason to really invest in it. So that's feedback that we can give. You know, it's something that we can go and tell them, like, yo, I don't know. Because their argument was, and I believe them, because the moderators on Discord all had, you know, max Dvors and several of them. But their argument was, like, most players in the game had gotten the Dvor, and a heavy percentage of those players had maxed it out already. Like, the content creators were the ones just sitting here with our thumbs up our butts and not maxing Dvors. So apparently to them, analytics show that a lot of people use the Dvor every day and for Mining Monday, and it's a very heavily used ship, so they did another one. But I understand if that's your paradigm, cool, but why make it the same level of painful grind that you did with the original? Bleach guy says they have mastered. I haven't either. Mine's tier 6. You know, I rarely ever pull out my Dvor. The last time I pulled out my Dvor was to have it in video so y'all would see it as a hint. And I haven't pulled it out since. I haven't not pulled it out since. So I'm just go ahead and pull all these. 11, 12. Gosh, 1 in the morning? Why was I up that late? Oh my gosh. I don't even know why I was up that late. I've been playing 2 years and your Dvor is tier 7. Yikes. Any word on how the new Latin nodes will score on Manic Mining Mondays? No, do not. We did ask about that, and it was one of those, like, you know, we'll get back to you later. Your Dvor is a max, but it's tier 8. Well, max that joker out. My only issue is that you still need a regular Dvor along with the Fisha. The Fisha should do both Latinums. I agree. The Fisha to me should have been exactly like the Franklin A. It does both, and it's useful for both, but that's not the case. It is only useful for concentrated Latinum. Now, you will get more in concentrated Latinum in terms of payout. You know, like we said, you know, it's tier 4. So if you're an Ops 39 player, tier 4 Fisha over a year will give you over 600,000 Latinum every day. So that's good. You know, that's cool. But anyway, 3 of 11 sourcing must be updated. Dude, we can't pick on one officer from months ago. Everything needs to be updated officer wise. You've accumulated enough BPs and have built 3 Dvors, but none of them higher than tier 7. Well, you split up, you know, your focus. So I guess it kind of makes sense why it's split like that. But I'm doing all my refinery pulls while we're sitting here. One of your hints was to max a Dvor, and I thought you were losing it, Rev. I mean, you should max every specialty ship you get. I mean, that includes the Stella, which I am behind on, and the Discovery, which I am almost maxed. I'm a tier 8 Discovery, so we're working on it. Let me go back here, and then let's go check our events. We got to do what? Swarms and probes and spin ship parts. Yay. Why can't my refinery count as this, by the way? Real quick side note. Why can't, when I'm doing my Borg, not Borg, no. Why am my head is blanking on what I'm looking for here. Resources. How come this doesn't count? How come this doesn't count as me spending frequency modulators? That should count as me spending frequency modulators. That should count, but it doesn't. Sorry. My brain like shut down there. I'm 5 blueprints away from a second Stella. Is there any way to get the last few BPs? Not without an event store, no. Not without an event store. And you out here. Use your Dvor about once every 2 weeks to build enough raw latinum for 2 weeks worth of pools. That makes sense. Yeah, I never use mine. It's just one of those things that I do so many different things in the game as it is. I decided that's not something I'm going to focus on. But I get that different players have different values for different things in the game. And man, I feel like I forgot to do this yesterday. So close to being tier 9. So close. The increased lat requires longer mining times. It is not more lat. It's just an increase to the cap. No, I mean, what do you mean, Doug? You are getting more latinum overall. So just one power event this month? Yes, Burning. Yes. Use my Dvor when I relocate to deep space to farm reds. Yeah, I don't do that. I did finish this event though. That's good. I could always use the ship parts. You have only one account, so it's easier to go deeper on all the little stuff for us versus guys like you on 8 servers. That's fair, Charles. Honestly, what takes up most of my time is doing stuff like this. The streaming, the making videos, the making TikToks, the hovers. That's what takes up most of my time. So being a content creator is a lot more than playing games. Surprising. I did get my Syndicate yesterday, Ridge. Oh man, I felt like I didn't. I'm freaking myself out. I really don't want to forget my Syndicate every day. And this is your reminder, if you're listening to this show or you're watching it on the repeat, collect your Syndicate. The source parts for the new Fisha, do you reckon they'll add it to Cosmic Cleanup? No. So when they see Cosmic Cleanup, their idea of Cosmic Cleanup is this essentially the trash bin. But the Cosmic Cleanup is we just throw stuff here that's really old that people need to catch up on. Since the Fisha's brand new, highly unlikely you'll see it come anywhere near Cosmic Cleanup for a while. Now, if the Fisha just bombs and like people never use it and people never go after it and people never buy it, then it might get to Cosmic Cleanup sooner rather than later. But I do not expect to see the Fisha anywhere near Cosmic Cleanup for some time. Not for quite some time. Late in 2021, Scopely announced an officer sourcing. Oh, yeah, well. That's old, Graduated. That's old. You're creating a parody song about Star Trek Fleet Command based on 21 pilots. Does anyone know of any Star Trek Fleet Command parodies? No clue, CF5. No clue at all. I have a lot of Latinum as it is. David, I know you look at 565,000 Latinum and say it's a lot. It is not a lot. In the 40s and 50s, this is nothing. I can burn through that in a level easily. To get from 39 to 41 where I'm at, I spent about 400,000 Latinum. So, thinking my chat is invisible? Nope. Just there's 438 people, so it's a lot of people. Does that mean Scopely have dropped the endeavor to improve officer sourcing? No, just that it's an old question. I'm not going to repeat the same questions every month, Graduate. I've told you that. I'm not going to repeat the same questions every month. Can devs change this hijack ships to just be skins? Nope. They're not going to go back and do that. Why would they? That's so much time. They're not going to do that. Did you get 3-star territory back? I mean, yeah, we have places I can go mine, which thank you for the reminder. I forgot that's what I was trying to do before. And I didn't. I'm gonna put this here. Swap. And we'll get out our Antares. Where's our Antares? There it is. And we'll go put it on a node real quick. Can I find concentrated Latinum in the supermarket next to concentrated orange juice? Yes, you surely can. You surely can. All right, where's the crystal one? There's the crystal one. Where'd you get most of the lat? Refined lat every day. Critical away teams and the Parabellum event are where I get my lat. Generally, away teams and Parabellum are where I get most of my lat. Every now and then a pack, but usually the only packs I buy are things like battle passes and stuff. So, but every time I do Parabellum, I get, I think, 27,000 Latinum. Why is the augment ships in the Epic Armada chest? Shouldn't they be an uncommon or rare? They've been there since they did the Armada chest. They've been there. They've been terrible. And they do disappear at level 36. So that's a positive. They go away at level 36. And it sucks that that's like the best way I can phrase that. Like, yeah, you finally get better chest pulls at level 36. Save your things. But Yeah, those are awful. Any tips for mining in a full-blown war? Miners going for mining speed rather than protected cargo, and not mining in territory. Go out and mine in deep space and stuff like that. Usually they don't check those as often. I'm in a war for 2 years. Why am I using Antares on a crystal node? Because it is faster than putting it on my cavort. Don't pull chests until 36 or 38 for full pulls. There you go. I mean, if you are like level 28, you do want to be pulling from your Armada chest, but like if you're level 35 or 34, might as well save all those credits until you get to level 36 and then do your Armada pulls. You really, really need them at those lower levels. Do these. I only mention it as stop pulling it now to save for when I get higher ops level. Fair enough. If you didn't have a Dvor to scrap, would you buy the new ship for $100? I don't have a Dvor to scrap, and I'm not buying a Dvor. I'm thinking about buying a Dvor simply to make content. That is very different. I'm thinking about buying a Dvor just so I can make a content for y'all on the ship. Would I recommend going and buying the Dvor Fisha for $100? I would not. No, my recommendation would not be for to go spend that money. Will I maybe buy it simply so I can make content? Yes, but it does not change your game enough in a way that I think that you should go spend $100 on it. The longer you wait, the more chance a viewer may buy it for you. Look, if y'all want to support the content, because anything that I get donated to, one of the things that we do is reinvest. Crash McKay, that was an offer. You're required to donate $110 because you got to cover taxes. But if y'all do want to donate and buy for content that's a tax write-off, dude, that does not save as much money as people think it does. Trust me. I tried that this year and I saved everything that I had spent, every receipt, everything, and I still paid a ridiculous amount in taxes. So if y'all do want to buy content, we will name the ship after you, just like we did the USS Trevor. But you know, in general, it's not something I would recommend. I would not recommend you go out and buy the ship. Lat is very useful. Scrapped 1 max Dvor, can scrap 3 more. Will it be worth it for Lat Rush? At this moment, no. At this moment, no. And I do still stand by the point that I think it's good for you to have both the Dvor and the Dvor Fisha. I think it's good to have both. Kevin says, give Rev the $100 would be better value than buying the ship. Hey, I agree with that. Surprisingly, I agree with that. Yeah, I know that's shocking, but I 100% agree with that. Yeah, 100%. What? Oh, sorry. Had a weird email that kind of threw me off for a second. They should give us the option to name our ships. Yeah, Todd, that's something that got brought up in the early portion of the game, but the closest you can have is renaming your name in game. Like if you're the USS Discovery, then that's what will show up when people come and find you. You're gutted that they haven't put normal Dvor parts in the store. You're still 30,000 away from tier 9. Yeah, I mean, part of me feels for you. At the other side of me, I'm like, do you really want to spend that money? Do you really want to spend that money? Isn't the Fisha long-term a very good thing to have because of all the lat you pull from it? So Mark, I'm not saying that the Fisha is not good long-term. It is. If you're going to use it, yeah. Look, we talked about earlier. It's over 600,000 lat a year for just a tier 4 one. But is it worth spending $100 on? For me, remember, I grew up poor. Like there are points in my life where there was no running water, no electricity, roaches crawled on me. I grew up poor. $100 is a lot of money to me. Is it worth $100? To me, no. If I had to pick something worth $100, the dock that comes with the pack is way worth more than the Dvor Fisha is. To me, if it's good for you, like if you see value in it, then yeah, go and buy it. My job is just to tell you what it does, how it works, and what you're getting. That's all my job is. If you can free to play it, and you can very easily free to play the Dvor Fisha, then free to play it. Now, the problem is you've got to free to play it. Like me, I don't have a max Dvor, and I have to do the work to go do that. I would much rather, if I'm going to spend $100, buy the amalgam or buy the dock. That's a better $100 than buying the Dvor Fisha for me. But it is what it is. It's I'm not spending it. You can. if you want to spend it for me so that I can have one. Blessings on you and your house. What's up, FCFC Insider? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. I'm an avid player, but I'm not spending money on the Fisha, and I'm just going to continue grinding my Dvor. I've had Dvor for 4 months, only managed to get to tier 5. Hey, that's pretty good for 4 months, Nicholas. Considering mine's tier 6 after like 2 years. So, FCFC just buy all the things. Yes. Chill. I'm just kidding. Will all these arcs be mining related? Well, technically this one's not mining related now. I mean, yeah, I realize the ship is a miner, but is it a mining related? I don't really feel like it's mining related. I mean, I'm doing right now, I'm hunting hostiles. I mean, I realize that we got a hostile hunt in the BP. It's not like every event's mining, because if it was, there would be just calamity everywhere. I mean, stores would be burning, streets would be torn up, you know, society itself would crumble. The ship's a miner. How much is the new dry dock going to cost? Just the dock alone, $50. If you want to get the dock with essentially an ultra station pack, it's $100. So value wise, it's better to spend the $100 because you're actually getting a pack plus the dock. But if you just want to spend the lowest amount possible, the dock will run you $50. If I get 3 other viewers to chip in $25, I'll donate $25 plus tax for Rev to get the Fisha. Because he's never going to grind out. Graduated does have a point. I likely will not grind out my Dvor in any significant time span. But it's crazy money, no free-to-play option. I take it. For what, Nicholas? Free-to-play option for what? What do you? Because the Dvor does have a free-to-play option. Just grind your. Dvor Fisha has one. Are you talking about the dock? No, I'm not aware of any free-to-play option coming for the dock. Just like there's not one for the extra builder and the extra researcher. So. I know I'm being very exciting right now. Like everybody's like, oh man, I love it when Rev talks about all the things we'll never get. Yay. And I don't know. I don't know what to do here. Yeah, the amalgam is also not free to playable. At some point it will be. That's what we were told. Nobody's been given a specific on
Glory to you and your house.
What do you suggest to buy in the current event store with the tokens? Well, one, I don't even like calling this an event store. It's not an event store. An event store has ships, officers, everything throughout the entire arc. This is not an event store. This is the Dabo table that happens to be in the event. They really should have made a new tab. Would it have been that hard to make a new tab that said Dabo? It really should. Look, FCFC Insider can answer this question. How hard would it have been to make a new tab that said Dabo? Because this is not an event store. Just point that out really clearly. It is not an event store. But officer traits and the uncommon that you need are the 2 things that I'm going for first. All right, so, and if y'all do want to donate to the house fund or to the Get Rev Deuce a Dvor Fisha, which is not required, but there are 452 of you. So if everybody here donated a quarter, then I could get the Dvor Fisha. Just put it that way. If everybody here donated a quarter, I get it. Or just the one whale that's in the chat right now, just go ahead and, spend that on me. Why not? Just go ahead and throw it my way. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's a lot easier just to add the tab that is already there. Yeah, I guess. Literally, I'm just saying add a tab. I don't know how difficult that could truly be. But if we're at that level of awfulness. Starbase says you won't use it. Hey, Starbase, I promise I'll use it because I have to make a video for it. So if I get the Dvor Fisha, I will definitely use it at least a couple times. At least. Start a Kickstarter buying Rev a Fisha. There you go. Yeah, we'll do a Kickstarter for a game. That'll go over great. That'll go over fantastic. Will there be an upcoming video on Quark? If not, can you give your quick thoughts? There will be a video on Quark. I mean, just like I did the officers from the last month, I will do a video on Quark. My initial thoughts are I really like Quark as an officer. He's really the only one I do like. Anything gives me more mining speed and then also more protected cargo, I like. I mean, that protected cargo amount is better than DuPont. Plus, I get a mining speed bonus that will go up every tier. I like Quark as an officer. I hope there's a DS9 version of Quark that's a little bit different, but I do like Quark. Ask Scopa to report the traits for new officers when they announce the officer. Well, we actually have that information already there in places like the, FCFC.space. I feel like Rev shouldn't buy it even if we were to send him the money for it. Yes. Yeah, maybe I should just save that money and give it to my kids. Probably a better investment to give to my children than to buy a Fisha. T1 Fisha refiner is like getting Parabellum once every month. Not quite, but I get the logic that you're coming from there. It's not quite that good. But if you did tier 1 Fisha for 30 days, if you could do it 30 days, then yeah. But for me, with stuff like the Fisha, always comes down to, are you truly going to use that and pull it every single day? If you are, then yeah, I guess it is like having a Parabellum. But if you're more like me, probably not going to do that every day. Probably not. Oh, look. We got to start. Yo. I'm excited. Shout out to Deanna, who just sent $9.22. Remember, if you send on PayPal, hit send to a friend, because PayPal will hit me with those fees. But big shout out to Deanna. Deanna just donated. Here, let me put this on the... Just to remind y'all, we do have a house fund because Rev does not have a beautiful house yet. He still lives in a trap house in Louisiana. And if you feel bad for me living in a trap house in Louisiana, you can help me not live in a trap house in Louisiana. So there you go. Also, Jellyfish Brawl, collect. I've been debating going to the 40s, but I only have my Enterprise at tier 7 as my biggest epic, and research ability is good to go. Should I make the jump? Thank you, Therakim. All right, real quick. If you are level 39, my recommendations on going to the 40s, have y'all seen the video? Do I have somebody who can go grab that video for me real quick? Me and DJ combined to do a video on leveling up, going into the 40s, what you need to do to prepare. And that is still accurate. So if you are curious, that would have the best, most detailed answer. And it's actually got two lists of two different content creators from two different experiences saying, here, we agree, these are all the different things that you should go through to do. What is a trap house? It's a very, very bad house. It's a very bad house. You don't want to live there. Let's put it that way. You don't want to live there. So. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate that. I just seen it come through on the Venmo. Steven, legend. Let me put that in real quick, Steven, because that's enough to get you on the house fund. And Steven, I know you care about that because you've done it before, but I want to make sure that you get credit for it. Steven out here being a legend. Oop, don't download anything. Nope, bad. Don't do that. Steven, coming up on the house fund. Thank you so much, Steven. And we will name it the USS Steven. About to have the USS Steven. Did you see my crap list of why I don't like the Fisha? I did not, Ice Glow. I think you put that in the moderator room in our Discord, but I really only had a chance to kind of go over things briefly today. You want Tau, Romulan, Patriots to get relaunched? You want the Tau officer? He's okay. I mean, there's a lot of officers now that aren't as good as they used to be. Like Harrison. And I was actually having this conversation with a whale the other day. Harrison, not as good as he used to be. Shout out to Mihai, who just came through, donated $5 to go towards the Dvor Fisha. Thank you so much, Mihai. You're a legend. Absolutely legendary. Jibu, also from Triax. Belated holiday gift, early Valentine's. Oh, you buy me Valentine's Day gifts? Oh, boo. Valentine's Day gifts? Yo, when are we going out on a date? I'm available. I'll be streaming that night, so if you want to have a date, just let me know. Me and you in the chat room. Is in the feedback room? Thanks, Ice Cold. I have not looked at the feedback room in our Discord, which !Discord. If you have not gotten in our Discord, encourage you to do that, because not just so that you can see more of my content, we have a lot of good rooms in there that help educate players on different things in the game. And also so you can ask questions, to provide feedback directly to the devs. There's a lot of good stuff in there. And then we have some great moderator teams. Why isn't Harrison as good? The reason Harrison isn't as good is there's so many other officers that have come out that are more important. You know, Harrison's only ability is for one round. He gives you shield bypass. So the second layer of the battle log, you're able to get more damage through the shields. That's all he does. And when there was less than 100 officers, that was actually really, really good. But now that we have so many more piercing officers, mitigation officers, damage officers, critical officers, he's just really not that much of a focus anymore. I would still use him in certain situations, like on a Saladin. I would still run Gorkon, Honor Guard, Dwarf, Harrison. But I mean, is he as important as he used to be? No, not as he used to. And Steven, I did. Shout out to you, Steven. And you did get added to the house fund right up there. So shout out to you for supporting the channel, Steven. You're a legend. You're an absolute legend. Can't wait to have the USS Steven flying around. And we'll do that very soon. How do I get the warp part to level up my Franklin A? Missions. What level are you, Austin? And what level are you trying to get to? you might be just level locked right now because for some reason, and a few different people have complained about this and I'm with them. There are level locks on ships that make no sense to me. I don't like the concept of level locks. To me, it's really, really dumb, but yeah, it's, I don't know what to say. Also, give another shout real quick. We're going to have the USS Steven and the USS Jeffrey here because Jeffrey also came through. I'm going to add it to the list. Thank you so much. Y'all are legends. Thank y'all. How much shards is maxed Kelvin Kirk? You're at 811. Let me pull up. And if y'all have not used this resource before, because I don't have some of this stuff memorized, if you go to the website, stfc.space, yes, .space, so stfc.space, ton of that in the, all that information is readily available. So to max out a Kelvin timeline Kirk is exactly 1,500 shards. So it's 100 to unlock, 100 to upgrade, 200 to tier 3, 300 more to tier 4, and then 800 to tier 5. So if you add up all those, it's 1,500 shards total to get a Kelvin Kirk to max. I should have memorized that one, but yeah. We have plenty of tabs already. You guys are just lazy. What are you talking about? Level lock for Fisha's due to the warp range. I understand it. I just think it's stupid. I don't like level locks. I mean, especially when stuff is already locked by warp range. I mean, I think it's dumb because I'm just trying to get the better refinery. At 39, is it better to focus on tiering ships first or buildings and research? Research is always priority. Depends on what your ships are at. I mean, like if you made it to level 39, you've got a tier 3 epic ship, then yeah, I'm going to be like, you should probably focus on leveling that ship up. Your little use in Armadas, little use in PvE. But assuming you have a reasonably upgraded ship, research is going to take you farther and longer. Thank you, Therakin. Thank you, Therakin. Appreciate it. Yeah, just shoot me an at, and you're a legend. You're a legend. What other questions? By the way, we still got to get more comments and questions for the dev team. We've only got a couple, but we do have a space in my Discord where we're doing that as well. Can we get common Borg drones for mining synergy? I never have enough Borg officers available. Can really? The Borg officers are probably the most fleshed out group in the game. And now I understand sourcing them can be difficult, but there's some of the, especially new players can get those a lot quicker than I was able to get them. Which ones are you kind of referring to there? Let me recall, because I guess I'll actually go hit probes today. First time in a long time, I'll go hit probes. Is there a way to calculate the points you get from researchers or buildings in the events or dailies? Mihai, answer is yes. Once again, easiest way is to go to stfc.space, but there are, because all that is listed at the top. All that is listed at the top. And I'll give you an example of that, just to show off the awesome things that we have around here. But let me just pick a defense platform, for example, and hit level 39. And then let me put that up on the screen so y'all can see what I'm looking at. Wrong display capture. Need to just capture the other display. No, that's not the other display, you smarty boy. There we go. All right. So let's do this. Currently cropping it so it's decent size on the screen. And here we go. Transition. Bam. So you, for example, see this defense platform C. See at the very top where it says power. That is the power you'll get for that level's upgrade. So if you're curious to the amount that you would get at various stages, you can use stfc.space to map out certain upgrades, certain researches. That is all part of the website. Shout out to this tool, which is probably the tool that I use the most. This and the officer tool are the two tools that I use the most for Star Trek Fleet Command. I use this more than I do like the mitigation calculator and everything, just for generalized use. And yeah, if y'all haven't used it yet, I encourage you to. It's a website, which is handy because who even uses things like bots anymore? Never saw it there. No worries, Mihai. Like I said, there's so many different things, so many different tools, and so many different uses for a lot of different things that the game's complicated. Let's just put it that way. There's a lot of things in the game. What tier would you suggest for epic ships level 39? Look, you know what? I'm just gonna go pull that video. That's the easiest way to answer because it's not just ships. Minimum tier 7, just to throw out a number because I'm not trying to ignore you. But if we go Rev Deuce, level 40 plus, camping. Here it is, level 40 plus checklist. And we will share this video. It's been viewed 17,576 times. Wow, a lot of people have used it. There you go. There is the link to the video. encourage you to check it out if y'all haven't before. If you are a level 39 player or 38, 36, and you're wanting to know what you're looking for to go into the 40s, that video is still relevant to me, and I think relevant to you. Very surprising I may be able to get this ISS Jelly Brawl done without being bloated up. Very surprising. Is 25 a soft camp or a hard camp in your current opinion? To me, 25 is still a hard camp, especially now that we have more ships and specialty ships and things that we want to save up and researches. Definitely want to make sure that you got the Vidar. You want to make sure you got the Franklin. Make sure you got the Discovery. And then, you know, the next time you're going to camp around that 27, 28, 29 range, then you're going to want to work on the Stella and your faction ship. So 25 still one for me. Still a hard one for me. When is the ISS Jellyfish Pursuit? I don't think they posted that in the... let me pull up my calendar and see. Give me just a second. I'll pull up the calendar and give you the date, because I don't think they put that in the announcement. So give me just a second. Scrolly. All right, you are looking for which event? Is that a heavy arms? It is a heavy arms. This is heavy arms from Gundam Wing. We built this on Twitch on Saturday. Jellyfish Pursuit. Well, there's the Jelly Brawl. There's the Parabellum. There's the ticket events. It's not listed on this calendar. I know it's happening this month, but hey, STFC Insider, there is no one? I thought there was one. Okay. So there might not be one and I'm just remembering wrong, but I'm looking at the calendar that we got and I'm not seeing it. So we're on day 2. We got the Jellyfish Brawl. A week from now, we'll have Parabellum. A week after that, we'll have Jellyfish Brawl again. So next Wednesday, Parabellum. Wednesday after that, Jellyfish Brawl. Remember that if you're looking for those. And then we will have ticketed events starting in 3 days. So yeah, the Jellyfish events were missing. And somebody in our dev room told them. Oh, thanks, FC. Appreciate it. I'll check that right now. Thank you. So this goes back to a limited amount of money we want to put in the game. Gotcha. Appreciate that. Also, I think it's hilarious that you still have that username, by the way. All these years later that you still have that username is funny to me. Yeah, as far as the events there that weren't listed, just to give you all the dates of them, you've got next week, same day, Parabellum. Week after that, same day, Jellyfish Brawl. In 3 days, so Friday, you'll have a ticketed event, and then the week after that, a ticket event, and then the week after that, a ticket event. So Friday, tickets, and then Wednesday, Parabellum Brawl. There you go. Those are the main things that we're missing that y'all probably need. When will the game be rebranded to Star Trek Mining Command? Man, CF5, that reminds me of the conversations we had like way back in the day in 2019. So we literally just came off a, we did just come off a month focused on rating. So I don't know how much we can really go down there, but. Are Twitch sounds sneaking in? They shouldn't be. Do I have something accidentally on? Did I leave a, I don't see anything that could be making sounds. Yeah, just the music in the background. I had to turn my speakers up. Are there plans to introduce officers that bring bonuses to 4-star and 5-star mining? Well, you just specifically for that, Grad Makeda, because kinda you do with like Quark. I mean, he just gives you a straight up mining bonus. You heard Galron earlier? Oh, that is because I booted up the software that we use to stream on the Twitch. So yeah, that did happen. Yeah. Don't use this Google account much these days. It is funny to see it, FCFC Insider. Great memories. They took the classifications off the Borg miners. All right, I feel like there's multiple conversations happening. How come Scopa does not put you in the web ads? The guys they have for losers? Because those are paid actors. So essentially, I mean, those are paid streamers. So I have no problem with that. In fact, one of the people who they were using to promote last week has followed this channel and played the game for over a year. And I'm not going to take bread off somebody else's table. I'm happy for their success. I'm happy for that deal that they have. So no complaints from me. No complaints from me. Yeah, so Ice Glow, correct. They simply do gas or crystal, and that's kind of what we have the Borg for, to do a generalized make this better. Late to the party, this may have been asked, but the event store payout setup, Latinum, will Parabellum and Ice Jelly event not be running? All right, Dylan, you literally missed this by literally 120 seconds. Literally 120 seconds. So you've got Ice Bread. Wow. I think I just had a stroke. ISS Jelly Brawl today. 1 week from today, Parabellum. 1 week after that, ISS Jelly Brawl. You also, starting Friday, have ticket events. Next Friday, ticket events. Friday after that, ticket events. So Wednesday, Parabellum out and Jelly Brawl. Friday, ticket. Cool. Got through the stroke. The Scopely pay provide resources to whales on servers to cause trouble and to conflict to simulate buying from others. No, they do not. One, that'd be illegal. And no, they do not. They do not. Trust me, the whales don't need freebies. They spend plenty. The whales aren't, stopping spending, and they've got to be like, well, what if we gave you that? They don't do that. Now, do they model server sizes to kind of help that be a thing? Yes, but they don't pay them or anything. There is a lot of psychology into the design of how they set up their servers, in terms of like how often they release them, server populations, the amount of whales they want in a server, the amount of regular players they want in a server. They do have all that into a system that they focus on. But no, they're not going out and paying level 50s to just, blow up people with tribute. I see you, Steve. I see you. And I respect it. I respect it. Do have to give a couple of shout outs real quick for people hitting the donate button, because they're amazing and they're going on the house fund. I think we've made it to 300 names of people who are going to have their names written on the wall of the house, which is pretty wild. Pretty freaking wild. Shout out to Sergio, shout out to Carl, and they both donated. GeoSurge. If it was GEO, I would think that you were working in cool field, but because it's Geo, I have no idea what you do. But thank you for the $20 donated, and it's just updated onto the house fund. You're a legend. You're amazing. And then also shout out to Derek, who also came through and donated to the house fund. You're amazing. You're a legend. We're going to do everything we can to make your day better. Thank you for the super chat. We need better sourcing for independent credits. Yes, agreed. Do keep in mind there's already 2 ways that you can pull independent credits every single day. Don't forget that. People always forget about the second way. Crash McCady, that's not a dev question. That is a game design question. Dev questions are more event focused and what's the plan. Don't forget that Borg, every single day, your Borg, pull it, independent credits. But the one people forget, augment. Always do your augment pull. Everybody forgets about that. Not everybody. I'm sure there's going to be at least 3 people in chat who go, well, I don't forget. I do it every day. I'm happy for you. But if you're not already, your independent credits for your maxed faction pull here helps out. Every little bit helps. So, I'm going to do this one real quick instead. But yes, pull indie credits from everywhere that you can. Augment, Borg, do it every day. Do I agree that we need more? Yes, I do. I do agree that we need more. But don't forget to pull those every day. It's one of the many things that you got to do every single day. The payout is terrible until you can improve it with a bit of research. Yeah, everything's terrible until it can be approved. All right, let's see what else we got. What else we got here? 5K for 50 is a bit much. Well, for me, it's 70, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I am not disagreeing. Okay, my whole point of that, y'all, was not to say, hey, it's already there, suck it up. That's not what I was saying. I'm simply saying to remind those who don't remember, just like I don't always remember to pull my Syndicate, to remind them to go do that. That's all I was doing. I do 100% agree with y'all that we've got to be or have better pulls and more options. I'm not disagreeing, just trying to remind people to actually go do those pulls. You rather pull the augment recruit boxes, can't do them both. Yeah, definitely focus on getting transporter patterns first, but you will have days where they overlap where you will be able to do both. I like both. How the heck am I higher Syndicate level than you, Pat? I mean, spend money. I don't know. I mean, I've forgotten like 4 or 5 days maybe, but 0. Stop it. Any sign of answers to the dev Q&A yet? So I did talk to the devs for this month, and they said that they would answer the questions late in this week. So we should have a dev Q&A video by the beginning of next week. And as far as last month goes, I only got 4 answers to those questions, and I'll probably throw those in as bonus answers to this month. So you might get 14 answered questions instead of just 10 to kind of make up for the fact that we didn't have one last month. I mean, I can't control whether they answer the questions or not, though. But I did get told by devs this month that they will have that for us this week, which is why we're doing this discussion right now. We're taking a lot of your thoughts, a lot of your opinions, and we're going to formulate those into questions that don't sound like, hey, Scopely, please burn to the ground. We're going to make it to a little bit more family friendly, I guess. Still needs bigger cargo holds? It does. Did you come from DJ's channel? Because that's a DJ channel like comment. I see every time I'm there, there's a Stella comment about how it needs more. And I agree with you. Any chance of getting rid of all the spending style milestones and going back to keeping the for ranked event? What do you mean? We've always had these style SMSs. Oh boy, what did I just get tagged in Facebook? Oh God. Oh boy, what's this? All right, I'll handle that later. Customer support problems. You get tagged on Facebook is always scary. All right. Can we have events that are choose your own adventure style, piggybacking off the event structure, like the Star Trek Academy series last month? That's a good one, Graduate McCade. I know the answer to that one, but it's a good one that we could have them answer in detail and provide that. Oh, we'll put that in there. Counter seems light this month. Think that's intentional. I don't mind the break as it gives me time to work on other grinds. So what other grinds are you going to work on? What other grinds? Bonus refinery event. We already had a bonus refinery. I'm going to shoot for another bonus refinery at the end of this month or next month. My goal is to get a bonus refinery every 3 months. That's my goal. That's kind of what I did last year, especially in the second half of the year in terms of how I bugged them and was able to get them to agree. So I'm going to try this to go around. DJ was saying a couple Fridays don't really have events. So the only events we have on a couple of those Fridays is ticket events. So yes and no. I mean, I am one of those that like I save some tickets from previous months and stuff. I get more from the battle pass and all that. I'm probably going to run all my ticket events for the Dabo, assuming that it's going to pay out Dabo. I'm probably going to play Dabo as much as possible this month. So I'll probably have plenty to do on Fridays, but yeah, it will feel a little bit light on some of these weeks. And it does feel like the calendar is a little bit light. When they have ALBs, SLBs, like the Amalgam, can they increase the kill day limit? Because they're encouraging players to go hard on killing hostiles. So what you're saying, Gar, is you want like a 48 hours? Is that what you're saying? Let me do my, wait. Today's day 2, so Thursday, Friday. Oh yeah, it is Saturday. So ignore what I said the past 30 minutes because it's day 5 on the calendar. So that would be today's, my head was saying today's Tuesday. So today's Wednesday, so Saturdays is the ticket events. My bad. That's on me. I did bad math in my head. Saturdays. Don't mind a light calendar. Gives me more time for Mardi Gras, especially on Friday. Oh, there we go, Kevin. If y'all want to celebrate Mardi Gras, come down to Louisiana. I'm saying during the Amalgam ALB, I hit the 1,500 limit within 12 hours. Oh, okay, Gar. Now, you will still count for those events. Your kills will still count for the event, even after you go past the 1,500 limit. They should count for the event, but you will no longer get rep. You'll no longer get loot boxes. You'll no longer get, Eclipse keys, anything like that. But you'll still count towards the grind. There's no plans to lift the 1,500 limit that I'm aware of. And I honestly think they will. You think Scopely might ever run events that change faction controlled space? I hear the Klingons want to invade somewhere. I love that idea, Dave. Probably not. The closest you'll get is like the arc that we just had, but be a good moment for What a Noob. It was a good moment for me not being able to. Yeah. Correct, Graduate McCade. If you hit the 1500 limit, you don't get more Borg probes, you don't get Eclipse keys, you don't get rep, you don't get loot boxes, all that shuts down. The only thing that will keep counting is for your normal grind, like your events and stuff. Michael, I see that sarcasm at the end. I'm glad you put that. Yeah, so your hostiles killed will continue to go up, but you will not get rewards for it. Oh boy, who's this? We're going to fly this way. We're going to fly. Ah, see, I knew it. Let's see if we can get away in time. I don't know how close they are to us. We're going to get away. Heck yeah. So, the reasoning they say was to prevent players from using bots for the 1500 limit, but that's not the reason it was implemented. That's just the excuse. That's the PR we put out. Well, not we. I'm not with Scopely, but that's not the reason. And it definitely doesn't even help versus botting. So nobody who had bots stopped botting. That didn't do anything. They actually found other ways to manipulate the system and got banned. So, yeah. Any chance of them increasing the event overflow rewards? I always seem to finish it a day or more before and don't do some of the battle pass events at the end. I mean, the overflow is already an additional thing that they've given that they weren't doing. So probably not. I mean, it's something that we can ask. Is the Apex event the only way to get the cell skin? Yes, it is. See how long they'll be hunting in here. Unless somebody brings a ship to go take down Queen. Which, if I had my Enterprise, I could actually blow that up with my Enterprise. But it'd take too long to get there. I can try, though. Let's see. Let's swap this out. Come over here. And swap this out. By the time I do all this. Wait, I gotta swap this out. Why can't I put... Thank you. Master Max Chen, congratulations. That's huge. Okay, so we've got like no officers here. Where's our Marcus at? On an away team. Fantastic. Yuki, come over here. Where is OG Kirk? Yeah, he's just over there. I really don't have anything. So where's Honor Guard Worf at? Where's Worfy? Worfy, where you at, buddy? There's the Honor Guard Worf. All right, so go here. You go here. We need a stat stack like a mother trucker too. We got no stats on here. You can tell I have not been PvPing in a while. Not in a while. Oh gosh. Mara, please give me something. Oh my goodness, we are still running low. Oh gosh, we're getting close, but we're nowhere close enough. Nero, come over here, fam. Oh wait, you're on the ship grinding. Dang it. Oh my gosh. Livis. There we go. Oh man. Are they even still here? Nope. See, all that for that. Just in case, I'll bring the Enterprise over though. What I get for not PvPing in a while. Have you heard of any plans to improve some sort of group party mode in the game? Nope. LaRooster, my officer preset, the only officer preset I use is Discovery because I've only got one and it's trash. Oh, look. They brought the, oh, yay. So we're going to wait for our Enterprise to get there. And you need to turn your butt around. Here, go explore this system I've never explored. If you only had 9,000 of each stat to get 3,000, is there any reason to go over that? So the only reason to go above the stat limit is if you have an officer that uses that stat. So if you have an officer that uses, see, got caught. But if you have an officer that uses defense, then yes. If you have an officer that uses health, then yes. But yeah, went boom. Went boom. How have you never been to Lakeside? Never had a reason to go to Lakeside. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of sand. Not a big fan. Yeah. I felt like I heard there was a lot of sand there, so never went there. Never went there. What about being able to star researches you want to do? Sounds like a neat idea. That's more of a game design question, Nick, than it is a dev question. Menu sorting, officers, items, mats to be a huge QOL. One thing that I want them to do, and STFC Insider has a slightly different opinion on this, but I love the refinery UI change. And I'd love for this style to be used across the game for other things. The stores, the alliance setup. I'd love this to be used in several other ways. Several other ways. So maybe something more condensed, but I love that drop down. What else we got here? How long have we been live? Oh, man, hour 16. We do have a meeting in 30 minutes I got to remember about. Sidebar is much nicer than the bottom scroll. Agreed, Tiberius. And I'm hoping that they implement that across the game in other forms. I think that's a much better way to do that. How about private group chats set up? Yeah, that's been asked, Nick. I mean, we can wait and see if they ever do that, but it has been asked for. I can point that out to you. Hell, I've asked for it. Hope we should have a free-to-play ARC month focused on these type of players. Yeah, right. Good jokes. Our man's got the best jokes. Can we get a better chat interface? Yeah, somebody just asked basically the same thing. Yeah, I mean, I think that Eve Echoes had a way better chat interface than Star Trek Fleet Command does. Can they give a list of upcoming bugs? Yes, let me go ahead and put that down. Let me go ahead and put that down as one of our questions. Yeah, sort by traits has been asked several times, and it's apparently being looked at. Now they have the refinery redesign. They need to list your 3-star and 2-star raw mats along the top with 4-star. Yeah, that's fair. It'd be nice to have all of them listed instead of just my 4-star, but I know I don't have any 2-star. You know, it might clutter up my screen a little bit. I see the value in what you're saying though. And yet the war, that's been asked too. That's actually one of the ones that we asked last month, and I don't remember if they actually answered that one. Let me look. Let me see if that's one of the ones I got answered last month. Yeah, so no. Which universe am I? I am currently in server 20, if that's the question. I'm in server 20. And they left again. Rip. Why are all these arcs so high level? It leaves out a majority of the players in the new servers. Well, keep in mind that the new players are in the minority by far, a lot. The average players in the 30s. But it only feels like that over the past 2 months. You know, if you remember the beginning of Duality, most of the content for the beginning of Duality was focused on low-level players. So generally, when they do a month, there's going to be a focus, but then the next month won't necessarily continue that focus. This month is definitely a level 35 type, level 40s type focus for the entire month. But next month won't be that same way. I mean, when Syndicate came out, that obviously included lower levels. When away teams came out, that obviously included lower levels. So, you know, it depends on the month of what's coming out. We'll cater to the newer more than the old, but it's going to be different every month. Yeah, OG Boxer, Trilock is amazing. Love it. Which servers are the ones that have 50 plus? Every server will eventually have level 50 plus, Nicholas. And any server that's over like a year and a half old has 50 plus. Right at 8 to 12 months is where they'll open up 40 plus on newer servers. And then anywhere between 16 and 24 months, they'll open up 50 plus. So there's several things that go into that. A lot of things that go into that, especially the whales. More importantly, the whales go into that. All right. Put you way over here. Let's see what else we got. 73 is probably less than 30 people over level 35. Yeah, Joseph, but that's a brand new server. And there's over 100 servers in the game. I love that there's new players, and I love that we have new people coming in, and I try to visit them as much as possible. But in terms of the player base, most of the game is level 30 or above. Jayla makes a huge difference right away. Jayla is great. Yeah, if you're talking about using Jayla for going against your probes and everything, which swap this out, and we will go and do some Borg. And I am not even going to bother with 5 of 10. Jeez, man. Having all these officers out on missions is killer. There we go. Get a few of our bonuses back. I'm not even going to bother with putting proper crews on. Does Jayla's captain ability only work on the Franklin A? Yes, that's in the video. If you haven't seen my Jayla video, we talk about that. She only works on the Franklin or the Franklin A. Yep. The ability to delete crap like Borg points and Picard tickets from old arcs. Delete is such a harsh word. Why not a way to convert them into something useful? Yeah, no problem, Graduate McKay. That's what I'm here for. What we're here for, to confirm your thoughts. Not sure how old the one I'm in, EU Decker 178. Nicholas, I'd have to look it up. That's not one of the older ones. None of our server can do the story mission. I mean, I understand your point, Joseph. I'm not missing your point. I'm just simply telling you this is how it runs. This is just their format, and there will be months where the missions are designed for like level 18 plus. And then there are missions where 35 plus. Now, we've all complained that there should be the ability for players to simply be able to archive those missions and do them later, but that's just not how they roll. Their argument is always, well, we designed these missions to be these type of hostiles and only allow the players who should be able to easily do them have access to the missions. I agree. I don't like that format, but that is the format, and don't feel like it's always going to be that way. There are months where that format would be different, where the missions will be focused on lower level players. But yeah, so it's not that I'm telling you that what you're saying is wrong. It's just that this is their format. This is what they do. We complain about it, but don't feel like it's how it always is. You'd love to convert hundreds of ship blueprints I never have. Yeah, wouldn't we all, Nicholas? Wouldn't we all? We need either an auction house or a store for players to buy and trade things between each other. Yeah, Brandon, that's been asked for 3.5 years. I'll let you know when they ever consider doing it. Been said, but this is like a bad reboot of a bad mechanic from back in the day. It is exactly what it is, Aardvark. We're rebooting the Dvor. That's literally what they're doing. It's just the Dvor all over again. It's the Dvor part 2. Remember those mirror sigils you got? Dude, I've got random items from 3.5 years littered around my others. Let's see. I mean, all these Borg premium rewards from the first Borg run. The effort points, which we've gotten to reuse some of this Borg stuff, which is nice. That's rare. Yeah, I've got a mirror sigil sitting there, one of the old Christmas tokens, the elite Batleth tokens, the platinum trophies. Yeah, I'm full of the old tribbles. I'm full of stuff from way back in the day. I've got plenty of stuff that is never going to get used again, probably. At what point should I move past level 35? Are there milestones you suggest hitting? Yes, Bryce. I actually have a camping at level 35 video where I go through everything I recommend completing before moving up to 39. So we'll be betting an 8th dock only for free to play. Well, there's no 8th dock in the game now. I mean, I guess technically, but no. The 7th dock technically. But no, there's I have no knowledge of there being a free-to-play option for the $50 dock that we now have. You're dying for uncommon, hopefully lots of materials in these events in the art. Well, the events is all the Dabo wheel. So you got to play Dabo to get what you want. That's how it's going to be set up this month. So you will spend on what you want. So if you need crystal, you'll be getting lots of crystal and titanium. You want Battle View to stay active until I turn it off? It reverts back when you go to the Galaxy tab. That's fair. I rarely ever use the Battle View, just to be honest with you. I mean, I think it's cool, but I never really turn it on. So What if you can't scrap the Dvor this arc? I mean, you'll still be able to get the Dvor Fisha, even if you can't scrap the Dvor this arc. I mean, it's a constant mechanic. You know, they've put that in there to last. So you're going to be able to use your Dvor Fisha in the future. Any events we should wait to spin the Dabo wheel? And I'm going to spin the Dabo wheel continuously. That's what I'm going to do. All right, battle view is nice for screenshots. There you go. Here we go. Hit these. I don't even know how many of these we got to get. Sometimes being new is nice. All I'm worried about is my last 12 Franklin BPs. Yeah, Wicked, dude. I love starting over on new servers and having that experience. I've got a level 19 account that I'm working on unlocking the Franklin. It's nice to not have as many things to worry about. It's nice. Guess who's doing a 1 billion raid day? Nice, Jonathan. I need to catch up and do that. I've not had one of those in some time. All right. We are getting close to our wrap up. So we got a few minutes before we do that. If y'all haven't already, I'm just going to repost this. Join the Discord if you haven't. We will also be live on Twitch tonight if you have not joined Twitch. I have not decided what we'll be streaming yet. We might do DBD, I don't know yet, but I encourage you to come by if you haven't already. We had a lot of fun there yesterday. USS Terror Skin will be made available again. Yes, at some point. Next time we run a Borg event, it will be, but I do not know when that is. Usually the Borg event comes when we have to wait an extra week to start a new arc. Best gold mission hostile bosses, literally PvP crews. PvP crews, so mitigation officers, critical officers like Khan, that's what you're running. Yuki is captain, very common. So focus in on those. Do not use Pipe Marochin. Do not use Pipe Marochin. Here's the Frank A skin. Oh, I was thinking of the Borg skin, the gold one. My bad. For the Franklin A though, no, don't know. Eventually, the simple answer is yes, it will. When? No idea. No idea. Yeah, I was doing Swarm. See, I'm doing it again. I'm doing Borg, and I was thinking of the Infinitus skin, and that comes through like once every couple of months. A recycle building that can change everything to multiphasic tokens. Yeah, that'll never happen. Multiphasic tokens are a literal money currency. They're not going to give you free ones. I don't give you free ones. Maybe if we could do something like convert into, commons or even uncommons. Need a second scrapyard? Yeah, I mean, as much as I've got a legionary one part away from ready to scrap, and then I've also got to scrap my second Stella. Yeah, I could definitely use that. You think this arc was prequel to Deep Space Nine? Well, it's definitely giving you Quark, which is obviously a central figure of Deep Space Nine, but speed up for scrap would be nice. You dang right it would. I feel like that should have been here from the beginning, though. That should have been there from the beginning. Convert to lat. I mean, they do seem to be focusing a lot on the Latinum economy. Just remember, there's limited things you can do with Latinum. Like, you can't spend it on uncommons. Which is just such a big drawback to me that we can't use it for things like that. It's such a negative. All right. I actually need to see how many more I got. Am I done yet? Am I done? Nope. Second scrapyard be 150. They do seem to be going up in price. I mean, second builder was 5. Second researcher was 20. It seems like we're going up and up and up with our, our bonus features here. The devs are from China, aren't they? Nope. I don't know who told you that, but the dev team is not based in China. They are not. If they let us do the exchange rate, it would be horrendous. Yeah. Twitch is great. You can pay Rev to do all sorts of crazy things. This is true, Bryce. Yeah, this is true. I don't know if that is a perk for a lot of people. But yeah, if you like seeing gingers embarrass themselves, we got a stream for you. Are they planning to do more arcs named after the shows, or is the way they did Duality and this arc more like they're going to do use characters go forward? No, they will do show-based arcs. Like Deep Space Nine has an arc that is going to come out this year. So recall and then hit this. Sings He Dances, good show. Tiberius, I'm glad you're entertained. Devs are based from the Ferengi homeworld? Maybe. That'd be more the management level, though, not the dev team. That'd be more the management levels based on Ferenginar. The devs, the devs do what they got to do. How do I choose, Carissa? Well, DJ won't dance for you. I'll tell you that. DJ won't dance. Does STFC require a good PC? Nope, it does not. I have played this on a generic laptop and my gaming computer. It's very light. It's very light. You thought they were in the EU? So Scopely is a company based out of LA. A lot of the devs are also in the US. Game design with Digit is based out of Ireland. Generally your community managers are based in Barcelona, Spain. It just depends on what part of the company you're talking about. Depends on what part of the company you're talking about. I do give 1,000% more twerking than DJ. This is true. DJ is a fantastic content creator, though, and I love his work. Dev sitting at his computer, Dabo girl on his lap, stroking his earlobes, not fixing bugs. Somebody should make that meme. I'd share it. California's, that explains it. Not really, Geo, because one of the game designs leads that I've met, one of the game designers I've met was from Texas. So, they're all over the place. Keep in mind that a lot of these people are working remotely now. They don't even go to the offices in like LA and work. This is since COVID, people work remotely all over the world in every kind of business, including game design and including, mobile gaming. We have Mihai, what are you talking about? Texas is the new California? I don't feel like they would be happy in Texas to hear you say that, but maybe. What emulator do you use? I'm currently not using an emulator. I'm using the PC client for Star Trek Fleet Command. It's on their website. They released a client just for this game. Might explain why the Android version keeps crashing on Samsung devices every 3 to 5 minutes. What would explain that, Mark? Usually iOS is the one that has the problems, not Android. Android's usually the stable platform. It's usually not Android that has all the problems. Yeah, if you say that to the Texans, you probably get, some fights going on. Some fights. Companies keep saying mobile gaming is the future. I'd say multi-platform is the future. Mobile gaming already is where most digital gaming income comes from. So whoever says mobile gaming is the future is about 10 years behind. Whoever says mobile gaming is the future is way behind, and you should not attend their seminars. They're probably on a BlackBerry still. That's They're way behind. Yeah, mobile gaming has been the future for a while. It's the present. That is not a masterclass you want to attend. As a Texan who lives in California, it's dangerous words. I agree with Little Rooster. I don't even live in Texas. I live next to Texas. Hey, FR, you came right as we're about to roll out, but I'm glad that you're here. Yeah, the future is now, old man. Exactly. Is this really mobile with a PC client and a number of hours needed to play in this game? Yep, sure is, Kevin. Just like Clash of Clans is a mobile game. It was one of the highest marketing or profiting games of all time, just like Marvel Strike Force. Just because there's a PC client and you can use an emulator doesn't take away that this is a mobile-based game and mobile platform. Don't get me wrong, I love my True Texans, but they're migrating in droves. Well. None of it bothers me any, so. You can just put so much money in mobile games compared to AAA titles. Yeah, way more money. Mobile gaming makes way more money than a AAA title does. Way more. And multi-platform is good. Like Dead by Daylight, a PC game has, console versions and a mobile version. But, in terms of what makes more money, this right here, right now. Find it hard to watch DJ. I'm more of a dog person. Nice. I love DJ, though. I love the cat. I did it one time, but. All right, we're going to wrap it up, y'all. If y'all have not already, join the Discord. Link one more time. And I will be live tonight. I've got to make a video for tomorrow. Obviously, the video is going to be the Dvor Fisha. Thanks to the people who donated today. Well, that may be the video tomorrow. I've got a couple of videos planned. So I will follow up. Y'all see what the video is tomorrow. But yeah. So thanks for y'all hanging out today. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Having a good time. Tonight, in roughly 4.5 hours, I'm live on Twitch. If you're not there, come join it. And yeah, we'll have videos out tomorrow, as we always do, giving y'all the content that you need. Even been doing stuff on TikTok and Hover. So love y'all. God bless. Live long and prosper. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces. That's me. I'm outie. And I'm going to give you the outro. Yeah, the short one I've been using.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.